I'm really trying this morning to give you as much information as possible on tools to start up your businesses because I want quality proposals and quality business plans. So when you are doing your business plan, think about the SWOT analysis, think about pestle. I'm going to discuss very briefly today on pestle, and I have Sam here, but Sam is camera shy, so he doesn't want to he doesn't want to be on video, but he's going to engage with me on this discussion. Thank you.
All right.
Yes, Sam.
The
Pestle, let me explain to them what is pestle first. Pestle is political, E is economical, S is social and cultural, T is technological, E is environmental, L is legal factors that affect businesses. In every culture, in every society, in every country on earth, these are key factors that affect businesses. So when you're setting up your business, you have to look at the pestle factors: political, economical, social, they call it social cultural, technological, legal, and ecological and legal factors that would affect your business. So Sam, can you help me through this process so I can explain more to
all
the
right.
women, please?
When you say pestle analysis,
Yeah,
what are the economic factor?
move nearer so they can hear, please.
What are the economic factor
No, let's
affecting
start with
business?
P because pestle starts
Okay.
with
Okay. Let's start with the political. What are the
yeah.
political factors affecting businesses?
Okay. Um, Sam, it really depends on the country. For example, in England, in UK, we have one of the major political factors currently is Brexit,
Right.
and it's really really creates uncertainty for
Okay.
businesses
Okay.
because we know that many businesses are now relocating
Okay.
to other countries within the EU
Okay.
because of the political climate in the UK,
Okay.
and some other businesses are panicking generally
Right.
because they are of the uncertainty of
Okay.
what will happen
Okay.
after Brexit.
Okay.
So that's a political factor.
Okay.
But for example, in Nigeria,
All right.
because of the when there's political crisis, when
Okay.
there's no stable government,
Okay.
when there's no stable government or
It affects
stability
the
in government,
businesses.
it affects the business because investors don't want to come
Okay.
because they are not sure if they are going to get a return on their investment.
Okay. Can you give us another example of the political instability again?
Yeah. For example, another example I can give is the maybe the debt,
Okay.
government debt.
Okay.
For example, if government is all about investment,
All
if
right.
government is heavily in debt and there is no guarantee that people will get their money back,
Okay.
they will be scared to invest
All right.
because at the end of the day, business of business is business.
Okay.
If you are investing, you want return on your investment. You
Okay.
want profit.
Yes.
And if there's no guarantee that you make profit because the government is in debt,
Yeah.
there's huge budget deficits
Okay.
or political instability,
Okay.
of course they will not invest.
Exactly. Yeah. On the economic factor, it seems to be similar to the political factor. Can
Yeah,
you just differentiate
yeah.
again the economic factor?
Economic factor, if, for example, yeah, it's similar in the case that it's government policies.
Okay.
For example, the government would make maybe taxation,
All right.
taxation laws, and if the taxes are too high,
Mm-hmm.
it's very, very discouraging for
Okay.
businesses because it will affect their profits.
Mm.
So taxation, unemployment, maybe
Inflation.
there's no guarantee
Okay.
that they will get the labor
All
that they
right.
want
Okay.
to engage in businesses.
Okay.
It could also affect the business
All right.
because investors want something. Companies, the labor, we need labor to be
Yeah.
able to um, create a business.
Okay.
No matter how the size of the business, we need labor.
Yeah.
And also, another economic factor is currency
Exactly.
fluctuations.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because, for example, companies that invest in Nigeria want to be sure that they will get the value of their currency,
Currency. Yeah.
not when it is too depleted or or the rates are too high or too
Yes.
low.
Okay.
They want some kind of streamlined returns
Right.
of their investment.
Okay.
So that affects it as well.
Okay.
And we can't name all of them, but just as a general
All right.
example. Yeah.
Okay. And the socio-cultural, what do you mean by the socio-cultural?
Sociocultural. For example, McDonald's.
All right.
I'm going to give everybody knows McDonald's, a
Yeah.
global company,
Company, yeah.
and it's a food chain, fast food chain.
Right.
For example, McDonald's did not really take into account when they went to certain countries,
All
like
right.
Islamic countries,
Okay.
to invest.
Okay.
Because to do investment, the Islamic countries do not eat pork.
Okay. So you're talking about taste.
Yeah, I'm talking about culture, because
Okay.
Islamic countries, they don't eat
Pork,
they
yeah.
eat halal,
Yeah.
not pork.
Yeah.
And most of the burger were not targeted
All right.
to the kind of food that need of that
So
culture.
that affects the business.
That affects the business.
Okay.
So McDonald's had to come back into their value chain
Right.
to be able to set up the kind of targeted cultural needs
All right.
to their diets.
Okay.
So, for example, again, if you want to set up a business, like in the UK, we eat a lot of turkey for
Okay.
Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so you see the sale of turkey goes up
All right.
during Christmas and festive
Okay.
Christmas especially.
That's social indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this can affect the businesses that in different ways.
Okay.
Also, for example, if a business wants to specialize in selling leggings,
Okay.
just as an example,
Yeah.
and they want to sell leggings to an African, maybe an Islamic country,
Right.
we know that the culture is different,
Okay.
and it's going to be almost impossible to sell leggings
Okay.
because the women would wear hijab,
All right.
not leggings.
Okay.
So the only way there might be a take up. That does not mean there's no legging sales in,
All right.
in the Middle East,
Okay.
but the way they will take it up, maybe
Okay.
it will be under their hijab,
All right.
or it will be, and the sale will be affected negatively because that is not a real need
Yeah.
of that culture.
It's really a good factor to consider there.
Yeah.
And then when we talk about the ecological factor, what do you mean by ecology
Well,
factor?
increasingly, we know that clients and customers are more environmentally aware.
Okay.
So, if you are doing a business
Yeah.
that does not take into consideration, for example, the use of chemicals, for example, in cleaning,
All right.
and you don't use biodegradable chemicals,
Okay.
but you use chemicals that are pollutants to the environment,
Yeah.
or your waste or your waste management strategies are not good,
Okay.
the clients will be very, very concerned,
Okay.
because increasingly we're having global warming.
Yes.
So when you are doing a business, you have to consider the environmental need
Okay.
of where you are
The
working.
business. Okay.
Yeah, and although in some countries they're not really bothered about environmental need, but increasingly there is a real concern
Awareness
globally,
about it, yeah.
to be more environmentally friendly when you are doing business,
Oh, that's
because
interesting.
you will get more customers if you are
That's
more
interesting.
environmentally
Yeah,
friendly.
it's true. Yeah. And then technology. I know these days we talk about technology. In what way does technology affect my business or any business?
Well, technology can increase your business reach
That's
and
right.
increase opportunities for you
That's right.
and save you cost, because increasingly most businesses we don't use a lot of paper, for example. Most of the things are on computer,
Okay.
and information is easily accessible because of the network links
Exactly.
in an organization.
Yes.
So it saves time and increase productivity.
Yeah.
So, and with social media, for example, now I'm using technology to communicate with
Okay,
women
that's right.
in so many countries around the world,
Yeah.
at the same time, in real time.
Yeah.
So without technology in those days, we can only talk face to face, or maybe on the phone. We can do voice, but now we can do voice, we can do video, we can do everything. So technology is the new oil of business.
So we have to
Yeah.
keep improving our technology.
Absolutely, and we have to invest in current
Current.
relevant technology.
Oh, that's fine. So and then when we talk about the last bit, legal, how can the legal affect my business if I want to set up a business? What are the legal implications? What are the legal things that I should consider, or should anyone consider?
Yeah. For example, if you want to start up a business, first of all, you have to have a legal structure,
That's right.
so that you have credibility,
All right.
and also to engage with clients,
Okay.
you have to have properly done legal contracts.
All right. That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, because you don't want to be messed around basically, or you don't want to be to lose vital contracts. So it's very, very, and you have to comply with the legal systems in the countries that you are in. Because if you don't comply with the legal systems in countries you are in, it is very, very likely that your business will close.
Okay.
Because, for example, you have childcare in the UK, you have childcare businesses. You have to comply with Ofsted regulation.
All right.
You have to comply with the Children's Act,
Okay.
and you have to comply with safeguarding
Exactly.
policies and procedures. So if you don't comply with those procedures, there is there is more than likely when you are inspected, your premises are inspected yearly, it will be closed down and you will lose your business.
Okay.
So
So
yeah.
registering my business too, is it a legal thing, or it's just a normal thing to do? If I want to register my business, will I
There-
look at it from a legal point of view?
Absolutely. If you want to register your business,
Yeah.
you have to look at it from the legal point of view.
Okay.
If you want to be a limited liability company,
Exactly.
there are certain legal obligations.
Exactly.
If you want to be a social enterprise, there are certain legal obligations.
Exactly.
If you want to be a partnership, if you want to be freelance or a sole trader,
Excellent.
there in the company house has regulations in the UK that you have to comply with.
Yeah.
Just as I think in Nigeria they have the Corporate Affairs Commission,
Yeah.
and you have to comply with the regulation.
Yeah.
So yes, pestal
Yeah.
is very, very important in starting up a business.
Okay.
And we have to look at the political,
Yeah.
economical,
Right.
social,
Right.
socio-cultural, they call it,
Yeah.
the ecological, the legal.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we have to look at all those things. When you look at all those things, when we look at all these things, it's called situation analysis.
Okay.
It's called situation analysis. Basically, we are looking at our situation.
Okay.
How can our business benefit, and what will affect our business?
Okay.
Because if you don't know the situation in which your business is going to stay, then more than likely the business will fail.
That's right. Yeah,
Thank you so
very
much.
as well.
Thank you so much, Sam.
I'm
Thank
really
you.
grateful. I have plenty knowledge in business nowadays. I can form my own business with this knowledge that I got. So I think it's a nice tool to work with, the pestal analysis. Yeah. So hopefully in the next edition we'll see what you're going to tell us again.
Thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye, ladies.